What is going on? Welcome to Ride or Rot. We got the Sporty in front of us, and we're going to be pulling this gas tank off today. We're going to be doing a panel paint job on it, doing some cool pinstriping. Who knows? We'll find out. Hope to make my dad proud. He's a painter, and I've always been the person who can make metal stick together and never break, and he's the person that can make everything nice and straight. But either way, we're going to have fun. This is a stunt bike, nothing big. I do have some dents on it. I'm just going to leave those. I'm sure it's going to get more dents on it down the road, but I want to do something cool on the paint. So yeah, let's dig into it. All right, so taking off the tank's very simple. You got your bolt in the rear of the tank, and you'll also have a bolt in the front. You're going to have a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch nut. Then you'll have your ground, and of course, unhook your fuel line and all that good stuff. Have your fuel off. If it's not off, there's going to be gas running through the fuel line. Right underneath your shutoff here, you got your main fuel line here. You're going to pull that off, but first you want to take vice grips, a clamp, whatever it is, clamp that line just so gas isn't blowing everywhere. And then pull the tank off. Oops. Good thing I'm painting it. Obviously you don't want to clamp it too tight that you're going to bust the line or anything like that. There we go. Now pop this off this ground, get my 2 bolts out, and we're good to go. Just like that, you're good. Now I do have gas in this tank. I didn't want to empty it again, and it's not a big deal. So yeah, pull it off, you're good to go. All right, now she is off. When I tell you guys that I do know body work, but I don't know body work, I mean that in the nicest, easiest way to try to understand. That don't make any sense. I grew up in a body shop. My dad's a body guy. He's one of the best paint body guys you're gonna find. I'm not lying. He's gonna be on the channel here soon. I will be going up to his shop and showing you guys what he can do. He's going to be painting one of my helmets too, so if you guys are interested in getting a custom painted helmet, I'll have a hookup for you. Might be doing some raffles, some giveaways or something. Me and my dad are going to sit down and talk about it and try to work something out. So yeah, I will be knocking this paint down. Again, this isn't going to be like a perfect paint job. This is literally a bike that's going to live in a parking lot off the rev limiter. I just want a cool paint job. Now that I have the time to do this, I want to do it. I've always wanted to do a panel job, maybe do some pinstriping. I don't know. I'm going to kind of let the tank take a hold of what I'm doing on this thing and tell me what it wants, and I'm going to do it. So yeah, let's dig into it. All right, so I knocked it all down. I am going to fill the dents in. I'm already this far into it. Why wouldn't I? I went and got some mud, aka Bondo, and yeah, we're going to fill these in, block it down, prime it, throw my base coat down, and then hopefully by then my tape and everything shows up in the mail and we'll get this thing done. Now prepping is just as important as the act of spraying and, you know, doing your thing. If you don't prep right when you're doing body work, you will have a ton of stuff that you're gonna miss. Dents, the dirt, pretty much everything. All right, so this is for my folks who don't know how to mix up mud or Bondo. It's very simple. I'm not going to use a whole lot when it comes to what I got going on here, so I'm just going to take some off the lid actually. Throw it down. Take your hardener. And it's up to you. The more you put, the faster it will dry. The less you put, the obviously slower that it's going to mix. So just want to mix it in real good, like, yeah. So normally you'd want to pull these dents, but again, with this being the bike that it is and me not even honestly planning on doing this, I'm just gonna fill it in. All this crap I don't need on here. And try to keep the mud where you want it. If you don't need it up here, don't put it up here. Wipe it down. Try to get it as smooth as possible without. Just think of it this way. The more you prep this and the straighter you get it and the less material that you put on in places you don't need it is less work you got to do in the end of the. Yeah, that's good enough. Got my last layer here, a little skim coat of mud. Get this sanded back down. We'll let her dry up a little bit more. Then should be ready for some primer, base coat, and into the fun stuff. Now, I don't have my regular block that I would normally use. I don't have any of my bodywork stuff, so this isn't going to be perfect, It's gonna be a lot better than what it was. Tack cloth, one nice little wipe down, make sure it's clean. Now of course I'm not painting in a booth. I mean, I could take my hose and spray the ground down so dust doesn't fly, dirt don't fly, but again, this is just a quick spray. I'm using spray paint too. I'm not even using like legit paint. I am using a little bit of filler primer, so these hairline scratches, tiny little things, it helps cover up a little bit. Doesn't do it all, but let her dry. This stuff dries up pretty quick. I'll hit it again and then we should be good. Base is sprayed and good. I'm going to let this stuff dry for the night. Now, one very important thing. Before you start laying tape, anything sticky to the paint, if you think it's dry and you touch it and you say, oh, it's okay, don't do it, I promise you, because as soon as you do that, you pull that tape, it's going to lift. The paint will come off. So let your stuff cure, let it harden. So I'm gonna go ahead and run inside, do my thing, and yeah, let's do a cool transition till tomorrow. Check it out. She's white now. It's not perfect, but this base coat is basically going to be the outline of what I got going on here. So let's get out the tape, start laying some tape down, and get an idea of what we're gonna do, because like I said earlier, I don't really have a plan on exactly what it's gonna look like until I start throwing some tape on there, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Welcome back. It's been a day or 2 days since you see me last, but we got the gold down here. I went and got an airbrush system. I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. And these are delicious. Gonna throw my tape on and kind of just go wild with it. And this is my first time using an airbrush on a gas tank, pretty much on anything that's metal. I've done a little bit of airbrush in the past, like artsy style stuff, but this is gonna be fun. I'm excited to see how this comes out. No judgment. If there are things that you see me doing that could be better, comment them below, because this is a learning moment for me. So yeah, let's put some tape on. So threw some tape lines down, kind of just like I said earlier, doing whatever the tank tells me. So gonna get the airbrush, start spraying. Alright, so got something thrown down here. I still got the tape on there from the pinstriping, so when I pull that, I think this thing's gonna look pretty cool. I'm gonna let it dry up some, do something up here, do something down there, and of course something on the side here. Good morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is, wherever you are now. It is a cold, brisk morning here in Indiana, and this tank, guys, I'm so excited to pull this tape off and see what it looks like, because I've never done anything like this, and I'm really proud of what I've done so far. I mean, it doesn't look perfect, but again, it doesn't need to. So yeah.